I'm about to put the oil in. Okay, so I've got the funnel in the engine. I've got my oil, and I've also got this little bottle. Now this is how I measure. This is an old oil bottle, and this is how I measure how much oil I put in. It's a litre bottle, but you can see, hopefully you can see the markings there. Okay, so you can either, and you can also see markings on this bottle. Probably can't see them there, but so it's 1 litre, 2 litres, 3 litres, and obviously 4 litres up there. But where the markings are, the 3 litre is the most. You can actually dump 3 litres in if you can actually get it that accurate, and then put the last bit with the measuring bottle to get it right. And then once you've got the oil in there, and start the bike up, heat it up, then let it settle, and then you check it again. If it needs a little bit more, you can just put a little bit more. But if the book says 3.9 litres, don't put 3.9 litres in. That's with the filter. Never put the full amount of oil in. I always go a little bit less, because each bike's different. It could take a little bit less, could take a little bit more. And if it does take less, you don't want to put too much in it and overfill it. So that's how I do it. I'm about to do that now. Get the oil in there, and while that's in, I'll start on the air filter. Okay, so I've got the oil in. You can see I've got the funnel still in there. So what I've done, I've put in initially 3 litres. So you can see, as I said before, the markings. Hopefully you can see them there. 3 litres. So you're going 1, 2, 3 litres up to the 1 litre mark, and then measuring, I put 3.6 litres. So 300 mils short of what they say. So I measured 600 out of this and put that in. And I'm settling that oil now, just leaving it. Once I do the air filter, I'll turn the bike on, heat it up, let it settle again, and see how much I need to put in. And just got to remember too, the oil will expand it a touch as well when it's hot. I think it expands. If I'm wrong, let me know. Like I said from the beginning, I'm no expert. This is just home servicing, so no expert at doing this, but hopefully help a few along the way. But if you've got any ideas, or if I've said anything wrong or incorrect, or I can do something easier or whatever, any suggestions welcome, and all comments welcome. Alright, so to the airbox. Alright, so you can see I've got a sticker on top of the airbox. It's a reusable filter as opposed to the OEM, which is a throw-out filter. This one is washable and reusable, so there's a sticker there to let the mechanics know if it does go to the shop for a service that not to throw it out. It can be cleaned and reused. This will be the 3rd time, I think. I'm not too sure how often you can do it, but I think one more time should be enough, or should be okay. And I did forget, but I've been writing the kilometres of the last, I'm not sure if you can see that, kilometres of the last service that I did. So it was 40,137 kilometres, and I think we are now at 46,000, so pretty much spot on. 5,000 Ks, I do it every 5,000 Ks. As I said before, if it's a major, I'll take it to the shop. Alright, so I've taken all the screws out, right around the edge of the cover of the airbox. Also need to take the air intake temperature sensor off. That just unclips. You just press that there, and it unclips onto there. So you got to take that off. Now when you take it off, there'll be a seal. The seal is in that groove there. Actually no, I'd tell a lie, or do I? Can't remember. No, there's no seal. The seal is actually, that's right, the seal is actually under the filter there. So anyway, that's your airbox. Now when you do open this, be careful not to drop anything in here. You don't want anything dropping in there, because when they open up, you're going to drop whatever it is into your cylinders there, or into your engine. Okay, so this is the filter. Now you take this off, and you can see it's like grease in there. Well, it actually is grease in the. Well, that's actually quite dirty. Look at that. Wow. So that needs to be cleaned out. Okay. So your air ducts run through there, and your air goes into here. That's where the air flows through into your airbox here, gets filtered, and then goes into your engine. So anything that's in here needs to be cleaned out, because you're just going to get all sorts of rubbish in there. That's the purpose of the filter. Now the filter's pretty dirty too, and that will have to be cleaned and rinsed, and make sure it's dry before you put it in, or you re-oil it and put it in. And also this grease I was talking about here, that has to be put in to that groove there. You can see a bit of, well, I'll clean all that out. Now the grease does not come with this kit, right? That's your oil to re-oil your filter, and that's the cleaner to clean it out. The grease does, as I said, doesn't come with it. The grease actually comes with the filter when you buy the filter. Right, so make sure you have that for sealing the filter onto the airbox. And it says there, use whenever installing or replacing air filter element. Spread a liberal amount around the rubber seal where it contacts air cleaner, housing or airbox. Not for use with clamp-on filters. Alright, so it's not a clamp-on filter. Alright, so make sure you keep that handy. Don't lose it, because you know it's quite a bit of time between changing filters, and you can misplace it. I always have everything together so I don't forget about it and misplace it. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll clean that out. So I might just shine the torch in there so you can see properly. So you might see that a little bit better. Quite a bit of rubbish actually, I'm surprised there's that much in there. But doing a bit of writing, so I guess the more writing you do, the more rubbish is going to go in there. A bit of a peek in there. Fairly clean in there. Check the, that's your coolant in there. And all your wiring. I've actually got a speedo healer in my bike, which is here, which actually corrects your speed. I think it mucks up your actual kilometres ridden, your odometer, but anyway, I'd rather have the speed. Everyone's different. I've seen where guys prefer not to do it because it mucks up their odometer. But I prefer to have the speed bang on. So it's just fairly clean in there. I'll probably clean that out a little bit too. But that's the airbox. Anyway, I'll clean that out and we'll be back. Okay, so there's the air cleaner, sorry, the air filter, all clean. It's just out in the sun drying. See all the water running off there. So just spray the, there's a cleaning spray you spray on it, and then you rinse it off. Water's just all draining off, and hopefully the sun will dry that right up. Not sure if I'll get it dry today, but it's just sitting on, you see, sitting on the fence, and the sun's beaming on it. So there we go. I might put it up that way so it drains off. So you can see I've cleaned all the grease off it. Actually, probably best idea to get all the grease off it before we spray it with water, because I ended up getting grease in the elements there. Just a little bit of stuff. I'm not sure if you can see that. I'll have to get that out. Yeah, so anyway, best to wipe the grease off before spraying water on it. But that's there, sitting there, drying off in the sun and draining. This is the airbox, all nice and clean. As you can see, I've put clean rags in there so we don't get any rubbish in. That's all clean in there. Wiped out all the grease. You see a little bit of grease still there, but most of it's gone. And all that rubbish from in here is gone. Now I just noticed, never noticed this before, but there's a, I don't know if it's a drain hole or something there, and there. I'm not too sure what they are, but if anyone knows, drop me a line and let me know. But that's all nice and clean, ready for the filter again. Okay, so while I'm waiting for that filter to dry, I'm going to work on the left-hand grip. I have to take the bar end off. It's just a simple Phillips head screwdriver, and then I'll see if I can get this, slip it off and clean it, and put the new glue on it. Alright, so I've got the grip off. Because it's all plugged in, I've had to sort of just pull a bit of wire through, just so I didn't rip it out. When I was taking it off, sort of came off fairly easy there. So I've cleaned the bar. I've just got a bit of sandpaper. Just scrape the glue off with a knife. Got some sandpaper and just clean that off nicely. Not much glue in here though, so I'm not too sure what happened there, but anyway, I'll get some more glue on, put the grip on, and we'll be away. Okay, so we have our new grease to seal the filter into the airbox. We've got our filter, which has been cleaned, dried and re-greased. We'll chuck that in, and we've also got our grip done and finished. I won't touch that. I want that to get stuck on there really well, so that doesn't happen again. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the filter in. I'm going to seal the airbox, and then I'm going to start her up, heat her up, and excuse me, and then recheck the oil, and then we're done. The airbox is sealed, filter's in, cleaned, oil, filter changed. All sweet. So now we just turn her on and heat her up, and then we'll check the oil once again. Okay viewers, so we're all done here. We've done the oil and filter, we've done the air filter, we've re-glued our left grip on, and we've checked the chain. The chain is meant to be between 25 and 30 mil, and it's all good there. And I've heated the bike up, let it settle, and now we're going to check it. So just have a look here. So that's actually a little bit over. I put less oil than what it said. It takes 3.9 with the filter. I put 3.6. It actually can take a bit more. So I'm going to put a little bit more, and then we're done. So thanks for watching. Hope this helps some of you. If you have any comments, very welcome to do so. If you have any tips yourselves, if you've seen anything that I've done that I could do better, please let me know. And if you liked what you see, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.